Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be making cakes with our Easy Bake Oven. So we have a recipe for these cakes and we're going to try it, and we have our little pan here and we're just going to see if it works. We should probably clean that. Very
been our blog for like
a long time. We haven't used this in a while, so I'm hoping it works, and I hope that this recipe works as well. So this recipe, they make miniature cakes in the oven. It calls for a 1/3 cup of flour, but we're using coconut flour. That way it's a little healthier. So you just get the cup and then run your finger across the top. You can't exactly. That way there's no excess. So and now on to our next ingredient. So the next part of the recipe is 2 tablespoons of sugar, and we're using white cane sugar. And
we're wondering why there's tape on it. We didn't want to spill, so we taped it.
So that's just ants galore. So we're gonna get 2 tablespoons. Sugar is so easy to like. Well, it's so fine. It's fine. Next ingredient. So next in a separate bowl, we're gonna put 1/4 cup of milk. We're not finished with the dry ingredients yet, but this milk needs to be room temperature. I just spilled it. It needs to be room temperature, so we're just gonna let it sit when we're finishing our dry ingredients, and then hopefully it'll warm up by then. Alright, so get it, and then. Yeah, that looks good. Looks like sand.
No,
and I think next is 1/8 of a teaspoon baking powder instead of baking soda. So now we're getting our baking powder. Yeah. So far, this is what our dry ingredients look like. Don't mind the measuring cup that's still there. We can probably. And now we think we have to add salt. So now we need our 1/8 teaspoon of salt. That's good. Okay, so now we can mix this together. Just do you want to get a fork?
what?
Very good. So yeah, it looks pretty good so far. Now we're back to our milk. It's still kind of cold.
It's fine.
I think it's fine though. Actually, I don't know, because the butter will be going in there. So I think we need to wait just a tiny bit more. So we just realized that we need to heat up our Easy Bake Oven. So we're gonna plug it in, and then we are gonna just turn it on, let it leave it on, and just wait for it to warm up. The next step is to add 2 tablespoons of butter. And I opened it the wrong way, but that's okay because there's measurements on it. So I'm just gonna cut it. Oh, I need a butter knife. Oh, it's already starting to melt, so I need to work quickly. Right in the middle. Whole table shaking. Boom!
Oh, this was bad. How is it?
Looks like a block of cheese.
No, just.
And now to our next ingredient. So the next step is to melt it down. So we need the butter to be melted so that it's mixable. So I'm just gonna put it in for like 10 seconds at a time, 10 second intervals. So I ended up putting the butter and milk mixture in the microwave, 55 seconds. The butter was still like a little chunk, so I just mixed it since the milk was warm. So now we put in a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and let's hope we have enough because it's kind of low. We don't really have a lot. Yeah, we might be using. So we have the vanilla extract in, so
I'll mix it and pour it.
Yeah, mix it together and then we'll move on. So now the next step is to pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients to make the batter. Now we're just going to mix that together until it's like a battery texture. kind of clumpy, and I don't really know why. We tried adding some more milk, but it's more of like a cookie dough, and you can kind of like. So we're just gonna try to work with it. So this didn't turn out as planned, and I think it's because we used coconut flour, but that's okay. We can still mold it onto the plate, onto the tray. It's just very cookie doughy, type-ish, kind of mashed potato-ish. So it's moldable. So we're just gonna try and. So we have our little tray, and we have some cookie dough, and I'm just gonna take some. And Jesse's gonna take some. It's very moist. Thanks to you. I'm just gonna try and. Wait, we should oil this first. What? We should oil it first so it doesn't stick. So since we use coconut flour, I don't know if it's gonna actually turn out like it. So we have to spread it. Here. So Jessica decided that she wants to do cookies. They're not gonna be very cookie-like because they're not supposed to be cookies, but they're gonna be something. So now she's putting them in, and then she's gonna push them in with the little. The Easy Bake Oven has been heating for like 20 minutes. So the tray is in, and now we just need to wait for it to cook. So it's been 17 minutes, and they're still not cooked all the way, so we're just gonna hope that they cook in another 5 minutes. So after hours and hours and hours, we are finally ready to start decorating. And so instead of decorating with frosting, we're gonna use jelly because it's healthier. So we're just gonna start. There's trying. It took probably like 2 hours for them to cook, and I didn't even get the whole batch, but you know, this is a really good like snack to eat. And you won't get sick because there's not like raw egg or anything in there. Literally, it's flour, salt, sugar, and whatever else we put in there, but nothing's raw. So basically, I just put jelly in the corner and then twisted it so it would do that. So I think time for the final reveal of our cookie decorating, and I have to say I think I did a pretty good job considering I'm piping jelly through a Ziploc bag onto a cookie that wasn't supposed to be a cookie. So here's the final product. So now it is time for the ultimate taste test to see if this cookie actually tastes good, but let me get a fork. So I have to ruin my beautiful design. I'm gonna leave Jesse's design alone. Oh, hey, it actually kind of stays together though. Very crumbly. And the coconut flour that we used, genius. However, it didn't make the cake batter that we wanted because coconut flour and flour are two different things. But overall, I give it a 10 out of 10. Tastes really good. Healthier than cake and frosting. And delicious. So I encourage you to try this recipe. But, I mean, you could always try the flour recipe. I think the only criticism here is it's very crumbly, and when you try and like pick it up, it kind of like falls apart. And also when you eat it, if you like swallow it wrong or it's not moist enough in your mouth, then you can kind of choke. And so that's the only thing that's bad about it. Otherwise, taste and everything, top notch. 10-star recipe. So that's all for today. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time because I have a cookie to finish. Lizzie! Here!
I can't do anything because everything is 24 inches.